Xel, look at this beauty, he purred, his four eyes glinting with predatory satisfaction. The human cargo vessel, Star Merchant. Class C crew complement of 15. And the best part. He pauses for effect, a trick he learned from human broadcasts. Xel, no weapons. Not a single one listed on their manifest. The crew of 20 chitter and shift excitedly. First mate Xena, her crystalline appendage catching the light, raises a question. Xena, Captain, what about the Galactic Trade Commission's warnings about human vessels? Xel, paranoia, he scoffs, dismissively waving his tail. Humans are soft. Merchants hauling medical supplies and farming gear. Our last raid was a luxury cruiser, remember? Minimal resistance. This will be no different. Security Chief Vior, a hulking figure of armored chitin and augments, steps forward. Vor, Captain, humans are classified as Deathworlders. There are stories. Xel, stories, he snaps. Tales for cowards. This is why we're the Crimson Talon. We hit fast, hit hard, and leave no room for resistance. The briefing room erupts in eager anticipation. Xel raises a claw for silence. Xel, standard procedure, non-lethal containment. Quick, clean, and profitable. Let's show these humans why they fear our name. Plex, Captain, this can't be right. Xel, what now? Plex, the scans show empty spaces in their ship. No energy signatures, no mass readings, like parts of their vessel don't exist. Xena leans in. Xena, could they be using advanced shielding? Xel, impossible. This is a civilian vessel. Prepare to board. Xel, this is Captain Xel of the Crimson Talon. Power down and prepare to be boarded. Chen, smiling, Captain Xel, attacking a human vessel isn't recommended. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider. Xel, sneering, you're defenseless. Be reasonable. Chen, leaning forward. Oh, we're very reasonable. Which is why we're warning you. The screen cuts off, leaving an uneasy silence. Plex, Captain, their ship isn't fleeing. They're waiting. Xel, because they know resistance is futile. Prepare to board. Xena, whispering, this is too easy. Two unarmed human crew members appear. Engineer Lisa Patel and Medical Officer Sarah Wong. Patel, oh good you're here. Right on schedule. Wong, grinning, medbay is prepped, though I doubt we'll need all 20 beds. Xel snarls. Xel, against the wall. No. The humans comply without protest, unsettling the pirates further. Patel, Guardian, how are diagnostics? Guardian, all systems nominal. Countermeasures ready. Xena, Captain, the cargo isn't farming equipment. Something else. Black, humming containers. Patel, smirking, those will be Mark 7 defense platforms. Powering up now. The corridor lights shift to pulsing red. Panels retract, revealing turrets and drones. Guardian, threat detected. Initiating containment. Xel's claws tremble as hidden weaponry springs to life. Patel, this isn't a cargo vessel. It's a Category 4 defense escort. Welcome to the Honeypot program. Chaos erupts as automated systems disable pirate gear. Drones encircle the intruders. Shin Captain Xel, you were warned. Surrender now, or our cultural exchange might get uncomfortable. Shen, lesson 1 about humans, we might be reasonable, but only if you don't mistake kindness for weakness. The screen fades to black with a voiceover. Narrator, and thus the Crimson Talon learned the hard way. Never underestimate humanity's ingenuity or their sense of humor. Xel, this is impossible. How could we be so outplayed? Vor, Captain, I've seen Deathworlders fight before. But this wasn't just a fight. It was a trap. Xena, you were warned. We all were. Stories of human defense fleets and hidden ships. Of the so-called Honeypot program. You didn't listen. Xel, I know what I heard. But this was a civilian vessel. No military-grade tech. No security. No weapons. It was supposed to be an easy haul. He slams his fist against the floor, the sound echoing off the cold walls. Vor, it's not the first time we've misjudged an opponent, Captain. But humans, they are something else. Xel growls in frustration, but there's a flicker of respect in his eyes. He knows his crew is right. They've been caught in the biggest trap of their careers. Chen, Guardian, status report. Guardian, all systems are operational. Pirates are contained. No casualties. Defense protocol successful. Chen smiles faintly, leaning back in her chair. Excellent. Let's make sure they get the message. Send them the official galactic notice of their capture and remind them of the penalties for attacking a human vessel. Wong, oh, I think we've sent them more than a message. We've sent them an invitation. Patel, they were surprisingly well prepared. That scan, it was almost too good. Shin, they thought they had an easy target. We let them think that, right up until they walked straight into the trap. And we've got the data to prove it. Patel looks over at her, a glint of amusement in her eyes. Patel, they didn't even flinch when they boarded. Not until they realized we weren't the easy mark they thought. Chen, humans don't flinch, Patel. Not unless we're cornered. And even then, we're the ones who do the biting. Cell, what now? The guard doesn't speak. Instead, they hand him the pad. Cell reluctantly accepts it, his claws hovering over the screen as he reads. Cell, on behalf of the Galactic Trade Commission and the Human Merchant Guild, we hereby notify you of your capture. Your actions have violated Article 17 of the Galactic Treaty. As such, your vessel and crew are hereby confiscated for the protection of galactic trade routes. Any further actions against human interests will be met with severe reprisals. Or they're confiscating our ship, Zena, and our cargo, which I'm guessing is still sitting in their hold untouched. Cell's eyes widen in realization. His reputation, his wealth, his crew, all gone in the blink of an eye. Cell, the ship of the cargo. We walked right into their hands. But no, Captain. They walked us right into theirs. Chen, welcome to our ship. I trust your accommodations were to your liking. Cell, you think you've won, human? Chen, oh, Captain Cell, you were never the prize. You were the test. She glances at her crew, and they exchange knowing looks. Chen, you were the third pirate crew to attempt raiding this vessel this month. You weren't the first to fail, but you might be the most memorable. The pirates, for the first time, realized the scope of their mistake. They were not the hunters in this case, they were the hunted, and the humans knew exactly what they were doing. But tell me, Cell, did you think you were the first to try and raid a human vessel? You've been studying our manifest, haven't you? You saw what you wanted to see. The things we wanted you to see. Wong, like all those empty spaces in our ship. Ever wonder what's really behind that? Cell says nothing, his mind racing to piece together the details he missed. Chen, you thought you were the predators, Cell. But we know how to turn the tables. And so the Crimson Talon learned a harsh lesson. Never underestimate a human merchant. Because in the end, when it comes to the hunt, humans are always the ones with the last laugh. Zena, they've taken everything. Our ship, our cargo. What's left for us? Cell stares ahead, a storm of rage swirling within him. He refuses to show weakness in front of his crew. Cell, what's left is a reminder. A reminder that no matter how prepared you are, no matter how confident you feel, there's always someone smarter, someone faster, and in this case, someone human. A tall figure approaches them from the shadows, a human officer dressed in the uniform of the Galactic Trade Commission. The officer's expression is cold, professional. He regards Xel with a detached interest. GTC officer, Captain Xel, by orders of the Galactic Trade Commission and the Human Merchant Guild, you and your crew are hereby detained and your assets are confiscated. Any further actions against human interests will be met with immediate and permanent consequences. Xel, this isn't over. You'll regret this. GTC officer, we've heard that before. If you try to cross us again, it won't be a simple regret. It'll be an extinction event. The officer motions, and the remaining crew of the Crimson Talon is led away by drones, their weapons and possessions lost forever. Patel, well, that was fun. You were right, Chen. They had no idea what hit them. Chen, it was a good operation, but it's just another day's work. We've still got a supply run to make, and we can't afford to get complacent. Wong steps up from the engineering station, having just completed a diagnostic. Wong, everything's green across the board, Captain. Systems are functioning perfectly. That trap worked better than expected. I think we've taught them a valuable lesson. Chin, indeed. And we've sent a clear message. She presses a button on her console, bringing up a fleet-wide comm signal. A hologram of a human symbol appears, a smiling face standing against the darkness of space. Chen, this is why we're so careful. Why we take the extra time. Pirates aren't just threats to us, they're a threat to everyone in the sector. Let them see what happens when they misjudge a human vessel. Outpost Commander, glancing up from his terminal. So, the Crimson Talon. I've heard your reputation. What happened? Cell, gritting his teeth, we got caught in a trap. Human merchants. The Star Merchant wasn't what it appeared. Outpost Commander, humans are tricky, but what I don't get is why you're still alive. They usually don't take prisoners. Zena, they didn't. They just left us with nothing. Outpost Commander, then you've learned the hard way. Humans aren't like us. They don't fight fair, and they don't need to. Cell looks around, realizing that the world he once dominated is slipping away. His reputation as the Crimson Talon is in tatters, and with it, his sense of power. He thought he was the predator. But now, as he stares at the reality of what happened, he knows he's been outplayed and humiliated. Cell, so what now? Outpost Commander, you survive and you learn. Or you disappear. But if you're smart, you won't cross paths with a human ship again. Not anytime soon, anyway. Cell's eyes narrow in silent fury. But in his heart, there's a grudging respect for the humans, something he hadn't expected to feel. Chen, let them think we're soft. Let them underestimate us. She turns to face the crew, a slight smile playing at the corners of her lips. Chen, because in the end, it's always the ones who think they're the predators that end up becoming the prey. Cell, humans may be the prey, but they're also the hunters. And they don't miss. Cell, that human captain. She knew exactly what we would do. They had us planned out before we even made the first move. Zena, they always do. They're not just merchants. They're soldiers. Cell stops pacing and looks at Zena, his anger shifting into something more dangerous. Determination. He knows the crew has been broken, their confidence shattered, but there's still a fire in him. Cell, we'll rebuild. We'll gather new intel, find the weak points in their defenses. We can't let this humiliation stand. I'll make sure every pirate ship in this sector knows what happened here, and why it'll never happen again. Var, they'll be expecting you. They know you're coming. Cell's eyes flash with dangerous intent. His reputation may have been dented, but not destroyed. He'll rebuild the Crimson Talon, and this time he'll be ready for the humans. Cell, then we make sure they don't see us coming. Cell, the time has come. We've learned everything we need to. The Star Merchant won't be so lucky next time. The humans underestimate us again, and we strike harder. We take them by surprise. We make them regret the day they crossed the Crimson Talon. Zena, we will need a new plan. The humans adapt quickly. They'll expect us to come from 1,000 light years away, or from some hidden corner of the galaxy. Cell, no. That's why we're going to do something they won't expect. Cell turns toward the crew, a dark fire in his eyes. Cell, we're going to infiltrate their ranks. We'll blend in, act like one of them. And when they lower their guard, that's when we strike. The Star Merchant will be ours. Zena, Captain, something's not right. These humans, they're watching us. It's like they know we're not who we say we are. Cell, stay calm. Keep your head down. We're here to gather intel and make our move. We can't afford to blow our cover yet. But even as Cell says the words, he feels it, an unsettling sensation gnawing at him. The humans are watching them, studying them with a quiet intensity. He didn't realize it yet, but the humans aren't afraid of the Crimson Talon. They're prepared for it. In fact, they've been waiting for this exact moment. You don't look like the merchant types. Never seen scales like that before. Cell turns, and standing there is a tall, rugged man with short-cropped hair and a sharp look in his eyes. His uniform is civilian, but there's something about him that screams military. Cell freezes, realizing too late that this wasn't a random encounter. He's been spotted, exposed. Human man, I've been around long enough to know when a pirate's in disguise. But you've got guts. I'll give you that. Cell's claws twitch, and for the first time in his life, he feels the pressure of being the hunted. Human officer, you've crossed the line. The GTC warned you. Now you'll learn that you can't escape your past. Xel snarls, ready to fight to the bitter end, but before he can strike, the officer taps his wristwatch. Suddenly, everything around Xel goes dark. He's trapped in a force field, immobilized by the very humans he sought to betray. Human officer, the Crimson Talon has a new name now, the Hunted. Amanda Chin, you didn't listen. You thought you could fool us, but you never took the time to understand us. That's why you lost. Xel glares at her, the weight of his failure pressing down on him like 1,000 stars. His claws flex, but he remains silent, unwilling to show weakness. Xel, you think this changes anything? There are more of us. Pirates. Mercenaries. You can't stop all of us. Amanda Chin, oh, we don't have to stop all of you, Xel. We just have to make an example of a few. The galaxy needs to learn the hard way that there are consequences for underestimating humanity. Xel's eyes narrow. There's something in her tone, something more dangerous than he expected. He shifts uncomfortably, but Amanda doesn't miss the movement. Amanda Chin, you thought we were weak, didn't you? Just merchants. Just farmers. But that's the mistake. You never learn what happens when you push humans too far. You never learn that we always fight back. Xel struggles against his restraints, frustration and anger boiling inside him. Xel, you can lock me up, but the Crimson Talon will rise again. I'll find a way. Oh, Amanda no, Xel. You won't. Because this time, you're not just dealing with pirates anymore. You're dealing with the future. Galactic dignitary, the defeat of the Crimson Talon is no small matter. They were a threat, a terror of the outer sectors. But what worries me most is this: humans didn't just fight to win. They fought to make a statement. A statement that they will no longer be ignored. Across the room, a Carvalian diplomat, an insectoid species known for their tactical brilliance, responds with a note of caution. Carvalian diplomat, we have always regarded humanity as an unpredictable factor. But now, after their victory against the Crimson Talon, they have shown that they are not just unpredictable. They are a force. And that is something we must all consider. Galactic dignitary, the humans' methods, their tactics. It's as though they've learned from the mistakes of others, adapting quickly to any challenge. They've proven that their resilience is more than just a survival trait. It's a strength. Amanda Chin, the Crimson Talon wasn't an isolated case. There are still pockets of pirate activity scattered across the sectors. But we're making progress. Every victory is a message. Humans are not weak. And if you come for us, you will fall. Beside her, Lieutenant Parker, a sharp-eyed strategist, points to a sector on the galactic map. Lieutenant Parker, this is the last known location of a pirate fleet that has been avoiding us for months. They've had enough time to prepare, but so have we. Captain Chin leans in, her gaze intense. Amanda Chin, let's make sure they know who's really in charge. Amanda Chin, the honeypot program is working. The pirates are too busy chasing easy targets to realize we're setting them up. They see a defenseless civilian ship, and we let them take the bait. They don't know that every ship we send out is a part of an elaborate trap. The officers exchange glances, some clearly impressed by the ingenuity of the plan. Lieutenant Parker, you've got them eating out of our hands. They're too focused on the manifest, too focused on cargo that doesn't exist. By the time they realize what's going on, it's too late. We've already hit them. Commander Lee, it's brilliant. Using false intel, baiting them with fake cargo, it's not just warfare. It's psychological. We've turned their own greed against them. Amanda Chin, exactly. And we'll keep doing it. The Crimson Talon wasn't an isolated case. There's a whole network of pirates, mercenaries, and criminal syndicates scattered across this galaxy. We've given them a taste of what's coming. She pauses, letting the gravity of her words sink in. Amanda Chun, but soon the network will begin to crumble. We'll take down the Crimson Talon's allies. We'll make them all pay for underestimating us. The officers nod in agreement. They know the stakes have changed. It's no longer just about protecting humanity. It's about domination. Pirate Leader 1, have you heard? The Crimson Talon's gone down. Xel's dead. Humans took them down without even breaking a sweat. Pirate Leader 2 flipping a communication tablet to show news footage of the Crimson Talon's wreckage. I don't believe it. No way. They couldn't have taken on Xel's crew. That ship was a legend. Pirate Leader 3, I don't know Joran. We've all heard the stories. The humans, They're different now. They're not the same as the soft-skinned traders we used to rob. They've been growing, adapting. And they've got tactics. Real tactics. Pirate Leader 1, we need to do something. If they can take out the Crimson Talon, then they can take us all down. What do we do? At the far end of the table, a tall, silent figure sits back, observing the meeting. His name is Calrix, an old pirate leader who's seen it all. He hasn't spoken yet, but his eyes gleam with understanding. Calrix, you all are fools if you think that attacking human vessels is the answer. They're not like us. They're unpredictable. They don't follow the same rules. He leans forward, his eyes hard. Calrix, the sooner you all understand that, the sooner we can actually plan for survival. We need a new strategy. If we don't, we'll all be wiped out one by one. Pirate Leader 3, so what do you suggest? Calrix, we find their weaknesses. Not just their ships, but their psychology. They're resilient, but they're not invincible. And while they're playing their games, we'll be watching. We'll be waiting. The other pirates shift uneasily, considering Calrix's words. They realize that this isn't just another raid, this is the beginning of something much larger, a war against a species that is both strategic and dangerously unpredictable. Amanda Chin, they've underestimated us long enough. But we can't keep relying on the honeypot program. We need something bigger. Lieutenant Parker enters the room, holding a data pad. He hesitates for a moment before speaking. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've begun testing the new prototype. The project is ready for deployment. Amanda turns to face him, her expression unreadable. Amanda Chin, it's time. Prepare the fleet. Let's show them what happens when you truly underestimate humanity. Amanda Chen, we've just sent a message to the galaxy. No one messes with humanity anymore. Lieutenant Parker enters, his expression one of grim satisfaction. Lieutenant Parker, and the pirates are already running scared. They know the truth now. There's nowhere left to hide. Amanda Chen, the galaxy belongs to us now. We will make it ours, one sector at a time. And anyone who stands in our way will learn that humans are not just survivors. We are conquerors. Pirate Leader Joran, this is madness. The humans have wiped out half our fleets in just 2 months. We've been caught in their traps time and time again. We need to do something, or we're all finished. Pirate Leader Corps, Calrix was right. We underestimated them. Honeypot program? It's a genius move. But we're not dealing with a species of weaklings anymore. They've got weapons, strategy, and they're learning too fast. We need a new approach. Pirate Leader Thrax, we're not the only ones who've fallen prey to their tactics. The other pirate factions, the mercenaries, even some of the independent raiders, they've all lost ships to human fleets. Some have even disappeared without a trace. We're being hunted. Pirate Leader Joran, we can't let this stand. We need to unite. We need to form an alliance, a real one. No more solo raids. No more taking on humans piecemeal. We need to hit them hard, all at once. Pirate Leader Corps, and you think they won't see that coming? You think the humans haven't already prepared for us to unite against them? We can't outnumber them. Pirate Leader Thrax, perhaps. But I've heard rumors. The humans, they've been pushing their technology further. They've got new weapons, some kind of secret research. Pirate Leader Joran, enough of this. If they have new weapons, then we take those weapons from them. If they... Pirate Leader Corps, you don't understand. We're not just facing another species now. We're facing a force. A well-coordinated force. We're facing humanity's relentless drive to dominate, to conquer, and to protect its own at all costs. The room falls silent. The weight of his words sinks in. The pirates realize too late that humanity has evolved from the vulnerable traders they once knew to a relentless force capable of bending the galaxy to its will. Amanda Chin, we've been striking at them in the shadows, but now they know we're here. It's time to stop playing games. We need to take the fight to them before they can regroup and organize. Lieutenant Parker enters the room, looking more serious than usual. He holds a data pad, glancing at it as he approaches her. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've intercepted communications. The pirates are planning something big. They're going to form an alliance, a coalition of raiders, mercenaries, and rogue military forces. If they unite, they could pose a serious threat. Amanda Chen. A coalition? How long do we have? Lieutenant Parker. Not long. They're already sending out feelers to other factions, trying to unite the biggest pirate groups in the galaxy. They're desperate. They know that if they don't act now, the humans will wipe them out one by one. Amanda Chen. We'll stop them before they can pull it off. Prepare the fleet. We're going to take the fight to them. And we're going to send a message they won't forget. Pirate leader Joran. We've finally done it. We've formed the largest pirate alliance in the galaxy's history. The humans have no idea what's coming for them. Pirate leader Thrax. They think they can just pick us off one by one. But we've united. This time, we'll show them what happens when you provoke an entire galaxy of predators. Their laughter echoes through the room, but the confidence in their voices is not as strong as it once was. There's an edge to their words, a hint of doubt buried beneath their bravado. They know the human fleet is coming. But they also know that this is their last chance. Amanda Chen. We've come a long way from the honeypot. But the pirates think they can stop us. They think they can strike fear into us. Today, we show them the truth. We don't fear them. And we won't stop until they're nothing but a memory. Lieutenant Parker, the fleet is ready, Captain. The pirates will be engaged on 3 fronts. We'll force them to split their forces and hit them from all sides. Amanda Chen. Good. Let's remind the galaxy who the real predators are. Amanda Chen. No mercy. We finish this now. The battle rages on, but it's clear humanity's dominance is here to stay. The pirates have no more room to hide. Their coalition is crumbling, and the human fleet is dismantling their forces piece by piece. As the last pirate ship is disabled, a final message comes through the communications array, a plea for mercy. But the humans are done playing games. Amanda Chen. The galaxy is ours now. And it's only just beginning. In credits. Captain Amanda Chen. The pirate threat is over, but the galaxy's instability is just beginning. Power vacuums don't last long. As much as we've brought peace, we've also created a challenge. We'll need to establish a new order, one that keeps this peace intact. Lieutenant Parker approaches with a data pad in hand. Lieutenant Parker, we've been getting transmissions from the independent colonies, Captain. They're starting to question the new authority we're putting in place. Some of them are asking for autonomy. Amanda Chen. I expected as much. They're used to their independence, but it's no longer an option. Not with the kind of power we've shown. If we don't keep the peace, we risk plunging the galaxy into chaos again. Lieutenant Parker and the galactic governments? Some of them are already starting to lobby for human integration, wanting a seat at the table in a new galactic council. They see us as the next step in evolution. Amanda Chen. A seat at the table? They'll have to earn it. Humanity doesn't play by the same rules they do. But I think it's time to open up talks. We may need allies in the days to come. Council Leader Kiva. Humanity's recent victories are impressive. The Crimson Talon, destroyed in mere weeks. The Pirate Alliance, crushed in a single blow. But they've overextended themselves. Their strength will dwindle. The pressure is mounting from within their own ranks. They've become the target now. The galaxy is not a place where one species reigns unchecked. Leader Haxon, true. But there's a possibility we can use their ambitions against them. We've already begun negotiations with the remnants of the pirate factions. If we can provide them with the right resources, and perhaps new allies, they may yet rise again. It's not over. Council Leader Kiva stands, pacing slowly around a room. She pauses to address the others. Council Leader Kiva, but what if we don't need pirates? What if we could leverage their own vulnerabilities? Humans have weaknesses. They're not invincible. Let's remind them of that. This galaxy needs balance, and balance will come with us at the center. We cannot let humanity's rise go unchecked. The room falls silent. There's no debate, no opposition. The decision has been made. A new alliance is forming, one that aims to keep humanity in check by any means necessary. Amanda Chen, we've fought for survival. Now we fight for stability. We've changed the rules of the game. But the question is, do the other players see that? Or are they just waiting for the right moment to strike? Lieutenant Parker enters the room, noticing her contemplative expression. Lieutenant Parker, the fleet is ready for the summit, Captain. We've secured the area around the station. We got a few surprises ready, just in case things go south. Amanda Chun, let's hope we don't have to use them. But if things do go south, well, let's just say we'll have a very clear message for anyone who wants to test humanity. Leader of the New Horizon, Ralver, humanity's success has been built on their ability to disrupt. They destroy before they understand. They conquer before they can be challenged. But the time for subtlety is over. We strike when the galaxy's leaders least expect it. We will use their strengths against them, and this time, we will show them that no one species can claim dominion over the stars. The holographic displays flicker to life, showing the galaxy's political map, pirate remnants, rogue systems, and hidden military caches. They've been preparing for years. Humanity may have secured victory on the battlefield, but the New Horizon has been building its forces in the shadows. The stakes have been raised. The galaxy is on the edge of another conflict, one that may be far more dangerous and complex than anything humanity has faced yet. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've received a new message from an encrypted source. It's marked as a warning, but the origin is unclear. The message flickers to life on the screen, a symbol of a rising phoenix, a new power, a new threat. The New Horizon is coming, and they won't stop until humanity is dethroned. Amanda Chin, so it begins. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, the encryption is complex, but I've managed to get a rough translation. It's a declaration of war, but more than that, it's a challenge. They claim humanity has disrupted the balance of the galaxy and must be removed. Amanda Chin, a challenge? How quaint. She narrows her eyes, tapping a command into her console, bringing up a holographic map of the galaxy. The New Horizon symbol is now scattered across various uncharted systems. This group isn't just a pirate faction. It's a well-organized, covert political and military force. Amanda Chen, they've been watching us for a while. They know our weaknesses, but they don't know humanity as well as they think. Lieutenant Parker looks at her, concern etched on his face. Lieutenant Parker, this isn't just a handful of rogue factions, Captain. They've made alliances with some of the most dangerous military leaders in the galaxy. They're working from the shadows, gathering resources, infiltrating systems. We're not looking at a small rebellion. We're looking at a serious threat to our new order. Amanda Chin, I know. And we'll deal with them the way we always do, with force and strategy. But first, we need to understand exactly what we're dealing with. I want all intelligence on the New Horizon gathered. Let's find their weak spots, their movements. We'll take the fight to them before they have a chance to strike. Ralver, humanity thinks it's won. They believe they've conquered the galaxy. But this galaxy was never theirs to take. We will show them that they are nothing more than invaders, threats to the balance of the stars. A series of holographic maps flicker to life, showcasing key systems where New Horizon forces have infiltrated. It's a precise operation, covert and well-coordinated. The galaxy's most powerful factions have pledged their allegiance to the cause, and they've begun to mobilize. Soon, humanity will face an enemy on multiple fronts. We'll strike swiftly and decisively. The first phase will be destabilizing key colonies under humanity's control, those that are on the edge of rebellion. We'll spread dissent, create unrest. Then, when humanity is distracted, we will attack their core worlds. Commander Sorrel, and how do we plan to counter their fleet? The humans have a significant advantage in terms of firepower and technology. Ralver, we don't need to match them ship for ship. We'll turn their own tactics against them. Humanity is strong, yes, but they're reckless. They think their power is unchallenged, but they've forgotten how to fight smart. We'll use that against them. As for the fleet, he motions toward a corner of the room, where a large holographic display shows a prototype of a massive, heavily armed warship. Ralver, this is the Phoenix-class battleship. We've been building these in secret for years. Now, they are ready to enter the fray. The room falls silent. The commanders know that the Phoenix class is a game-changer, massive, heavily armored, and equipped with advanced weaponry far beyond anything humanity's fleets have encountered. Ralver, we strike at the heart of humanity's power, and we bring the galaxy back into balance. The Phoenix will lead us to victory. Lieutenant Parker, we've intercepted another message from the New Horizon. They're preparing to launch an assault on the core systems. They're not wasting any time. Amanda Chin, they're confident. But they've underestimated one thing. She walks over to her desk, activating a new project that humanity has been quietly working on. It's a new class of starship, stealthier, faster, and more powerful than any of their current designs. A countermeasure to the Phoenix class. Lieutenant Parker, what is that, Captain? Amanda Chin, this is the Obsidian class. A stealth battleship capable of outmaneuvering and outgunning anything the New Horizon has thrown at us. We may have won the battles, but we need to be ready for the war. The hologram shows the sleek, dark design of the Obsidian-class ship. It's holoperfect black, designed to blend into deep space. It's faster than the Phoenix class and equipped with advanced cloaking technology, making it nearly invisible to enemy sensors. Amanda Chin will use the Obsidian class to take the fight to them. It's time to remind the galaxy who holds the true power. Deploy the fleet. We go on the offensive. Amanda Chin, target the Phoenix-class ships first. They're the key to New Horizons' power. We take them down. We cripple their forces. The fleet moves into position, and the battle begins. Humanity's ships, sleek and deadly, fire upon the first wave of New Horizon vessels, the Obsidian-class ships darting in and out of the fray, striking from the shadows. Ralver, watching the battle unfold from the command center of the Phoenix-class ship, grits his teeth. He hadn't anticipated the Obsidian-class ships, but the New Horizon forces are not without their own surprises. The war is far from over, and this battle will be just the beginning of a larger conflict that will determine the future of the galaxy. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, the New Horizon fleet is adapting faster than we anticipated. They're redirecting their power to their shields, and their fighters are coordinating more effectively. They're not just a group of pirates, they're an organized military force. Amanda Chin, we knew they'd adapt, but they can't outmatch our will. This isn't just a fight for resources. This is about survival. She turns to the tactical display, her fingers flying over the controls as she gives her orders. Bring in the second wave. Focus on their Phoenix-class ships. And I want all fighter wings deployed. Keep their smaller vessels distracted. We need to take out their command ships to cripple their coordination. The massive human fleet splits into tactical formations as thousands of drones, fighter ships, and Obsidian-class vessels move into position. The New Horizons fleet, with their enormous Phoenix-class battleships at the center, attempts to form a defensive line. Ralver, they're faster than we expected. But we have something they don't. Numbers. He gestures toward his fleet's secondary ships, smaller, faster vessels designed for hit-and-run tactics. He turns to his first officer, Commander Vrel. Deploy the Retribution Squadron. Let's draw their attention. We need to keep the pressure on them. The Obsidian-class ships are a problem, but they can't fight if we overwhelm them with sheer force. Commander Vrel nods and activates the squadron's deployment. A fleet of agile fighters, designed for close combat, shoots out from the Phoenix-class ships like a swarm of locusts. They fly toward the center of the battle, aiming to force humanity's ships into a tighter formation where the Phoenix-class ships can strike with full force. As the battle intensifies, a new player enters the fray. A sharp blip on the sensor systems of humanity's ships draws everyone's attention. A signal emerges from a nearby asteroid belt, faint but growing stronger. It's a distress call, but not from one of humanity's ships. Lieutenant Parker, Captain. It's from a lost human colony, signals confirmed. The Outliers. Amanda Chin, give me a direct line to the colony. If they're still alive, we need their forces. And fast. The screen flickers to life, showing a human fleet, small, battered, but still intact. The Outliers, a colony that had been left behind during the early stages of humanity's expansion, have survived under harsh conditions. Now they stand ready to rejoin the fight. Captain Lysandra Vance, we've been surviving in the Outer Rim, Captain Chin. We heard what's going on. You need help, and we're here. We've got a fleet of our own, less than half the size of yours, but we've been dealing with bandits and pirates for years. Our ships are fast, and our people know how to fight dirty. Just tell us where you need us. Amanda's eyes narrow as she calculates the best move. The Outliers' fleet may be small, but their experience in guerrilla warfare could be just the advantage humanity needs in this battle. Amanda Chen will take all the help we can get, Captain Vance. Head to the rendezvous point at Sector 5. There's a gap in their defenses. We're going to hit them where they least expect it. The Outliers' fleet shifts course, their ships quickly engaging at a new location on the battle map, flanking the New Horizon forces and surprising them with a barrage of laser fire. The unexpected maneuver throws Ralver's forces into disarray. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, the Phoenix-class ships are losing power. Their shields are buckling, and their core systems are failing. On the bridge of the Phoenix-class, Ralver watches in disbelief as his fleet's defenses collapse. He slams his fist into the console, his eyes burning with rage and frustration. Ralver, snarling, "No, this isn't how it ends. We have the advantage." But the numbers are against him. With the Phoenix-class warship's power failing and the bulk of his fleet in disarray, Ralver gives the order to retreat. "Ralver, fall back. All ships, fall back. Amanda Chen, it's not over." Not by a long shot. She turns to Lieutenant Parker, who is already preparing the next set of orders. "Amanda Chen, we've won this battle, but the war is far from over. We need to regroup, reassess, and prepare for the next wave. The New Horizon will return, stronger, smarter. And next time, we won't have the luxury of surprise." Lieutenant Parker, "Understood, Captain. I'll begin preparations for the next phase." As the fleet moves into a secure formation, ready for whatever comes next, Amanda Chen stands tall at the helm. She knows the cost of victory, and she knows that the real challenge has only just begun. "You failed, Ralver. The Phoenix fell. Humanity has shown they are not easily crushed." "Ralver, I have not failed. The Phoenix class was only the beginning. We will return with a vengeance." "Good. Because the true war has not even begun. The galaxy is changing, and humanity's rise is merely a symptom of something far worse. The New Horizon is but a distraction. There are forces at play far beyond your comprehension. Prepare yourself for the reckoning. It is coming, and this time there will be no victory. Amanda Chen, we won, but at what price?" Lieutenant Parker approaches, his expression serious but respectful. He stands beside her for a moment, both watching the wreckage before them. "Lieutenant Parker, the fleet is still intact, Captain. We've pulled through. You should take some rest. You've been on your feet for days." "Amanda Chen, rest will have to wait, Lieutenant. We're in the calm before the storm. We need to prepare for what's coming. The New Horizon won't be the only threat we face." Parker frowns, glancing back at the empty void of space, knowing she's right but not wanting to admit the truth. They'd faced down a formidable force, but Amanda's words hung heavy in the air. Something darker, something more dangerous was out there. "Commander Evie West, this wasn't supposed to happen, Amanda. We were supposed to wipe them out, not just fend them off. You've led us into the jaws of something we can't even comprehend." "Amanda Chen, we were outnumbered, Evie. Outgunned. But we survived. That's what matters." "Commander Evie West, you call this surviving? Look at the casualties. The fleet's shattered, morale's down, and we're nowhere near ready for another assault. Maybe you're too close to this, too focused on the mission to see the bigger picture." "Amanda Chen, and what's the bigger picture, Commander? Giving up? Surrendering?" "Evie West, no. I'm talking about strategy, about rebuilding, about knowing when to cut our losses before we lose everything. The New Horizon won't be the last force to target us, Amanda. We need to rethink everything before we're completely wiped out." "Amanda Chen, we don't have the luxury of turning back, Evie. This is our fight, and I will not back down. Not now, not ever." There's a long silence between them, the weight of the decision hanging thick in the air. Evie looks away first, softening just slightly, but her mistrust lingers. "Evie West, I just hope you're right. For all our sakes." "Ralver, they fought back harder than we expected. We lost the Phoenix, and the human fleet is still strong. How can this be?" The cloaked figure remains silent for a moment, the shadows cloaking its true form. A low, metallic voice responds, heavy with authority. "You underestimated them. Humanity is not the soft target you believe them to be. But this was only the beginning. The fleet you lost was nothing but a distraction. The real power lies beyond your reach, Ralver. You have failed, but the plan continues." Ralver, looking up, determination flickering in his eyes. "Then what's next?" "We regroup. We strike again." "Regroup? No. We don't need a simple attack. What we need is a war, one that will drown humanity in its own blood." You will do as I say, Ralver, or you will become the next casualty of this crusade. Ralver's eyes widen slightly as he realizes the figure's true intent. The figure gestures toward the holographic map of the galaxy, its fingers tracing the locations of key human settlements and outposts. I will bring you the weapon you need to bring humanity to its knees. But you must trust me, Ralver. You must obey. And you will unleash a force the likes of which humanity has never seen. Ralver nods, fear and anticipation mixing within him. The figure disappears into the shadows, leaving him alone in the dark. Amanda Chin, the New Horizons retreat isn't the end of this. They've been driven off, but we know they'll return, and they'll be ready. We need a new strategy. Our forces are strong, but they're not limitless. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've already seen how adaptable the New Horizon is. They'll change their tactics, maybe even their alliances. We can't afford to underestimate them again. Commander Evie West, we should also consider expanding our defenses. We've lost too many ships and too many good people. If we're going to survive, we need more allies, more ships. The outliers can't be the only ones we can rely on. Amanda Chin agreed. We'll need to reach out to the other human colonies and outposts. But we also need to plan for the worst. We need intelligence. We need to know what we're really up against. Just then, a message comes through from the Outliers fleet, a transmission from Captain Lysandra Vance. Captain Lysandra Vance, Captain Chin, we've discovered something you'll want to see. We've been tracking New Horizons movements on the fringes of human space. They're assembling a new fleet, one that's unlike anything they've ever had before. Amanda's heart sinks. Her instincts tell her this is just the beginning, and a new, darker chapter in the conflict is about to unfold. They have no idea what they've unleashed. Humanity's fight for survival will be their undoing. The stage is set. Let the war begin. Amanda Chin, we can't afford to wait. We know they're coming, and we know they're going to bring something worse. The question is, how do we prepare for a fight we don't fully understand? Lieutenant Parker steps forward, his voice laced with concern. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've been pulling data from the New Horizons vessels. There's a consistent anomaly in their transmissions, something we haven't been able to decrypt yet. It's not just encryption. It's a form of communication, but it's different. Almost like they're calling for something. Amanda Chin, calling for something? What are you saying? Lieutenant Parker, I think it's a signal. Not just to us, but to something else. Something bigger. Commander Evie West, you're saying there's another force out there? One we don't even know about. Parker nods slowly, confirming their worst fears. Amanda's expression hardens as she processes this new information. Amanda Chin, we need to find out who or what they're calling to. It's time we bring the fight to them before they can regroup. The humans grow closer to understanding. Their persistence is admirable, but ultimately futile. The seed has been planted. Now we will bring forth the harvest. A soft clicking sound reverberates through the chamber as a figure approaches, the same figure that had once been Ralver. His body is more mechanical now, with a cold, emotionless demeanor, a mere shadow of the aggressive pirate leader he once was. Ralver, the humans fight well, but they are still weak. We can crush them easily. No, Ralver. You misunderstand. This is not about crushing them. This is about breaking them. There are forces at play here that are far beyond your understanding. Humanity will soon learn that the price of survival is far higher than they imagined. Ralver watches, confusion flickering in his enhanced eyes as the cloaked figure turns toward a massive holographic projection of the human colonies. We shall make them see the truth, that there is no escaping what's coming, that their destruction is inevitable. Amanda Chin, we need to rally every force we can. The New Horizon isn't our only problem. We've received new intel. There's something bigger out there, something that could destroy everything we've fought for. We can't afford to be caught off guard again. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've received a distress signal from the Outer Rim, one of the colonies. They're under attack by a fleet unlike anything we've ever seen before. The message didn't give specifics, but the tone, it's not just a raid. It's an invasion. Evie West steps forward, her expression grim. Commander Evie West, this is it. Whatever they're planning, it's starting. We don't have much time to prepare. If this new force is as powerful as we think it is, We might be facing an enemy that even the New Horizon couldn't hold back. Amanda Chin. Then we'll have to show them why humanity is not to be underestimated. Prepare the fleet. We're going to the Outer Rim. We'll be the shield that holds the line. Ralver, they think they can stop this. They think they can survive. But this is their end. His eyes scan the horizon as the invasion continues, the flames of the colony rising in the distance. He turns away, heading toward the heart of the enemy fleet, where his true master awaits. Amanda Chin. We faced down pirates, we fought through the dark, but this is a war. And we're going to make sure humanity's place in the galaxy is not taken away without a fight. The screen flickers with a communication from Captain Lysandra Vance, her voice urgent and determined. Captain Lysandra Vance, Captain Chin, we've intercepted a signal. They're planning something. Something big. They want to turn humanity's own strength against itself. Amanda Chin, what do you mean? Captain Lysandra Vance, grimly, a force like we've never seen. If they succeed, we won't just be fighting for survival. We'll be fighting for our very identity. The weight of her words hangs heavy in the air as Amanda turns to her crew. They all know what needs to be done. But as the Star Defender accelerates toward the Outer Rim, a new reality begins to settle in. Humanity is no longer just fighting for survival. It is fighting for its future. Amanda Chin, we've fought before, but this is different. Lieutenant Parker approaches, his voice cautious but resolute. Lieutenant Parker, Captain, we've been monitoring the enemy fleet. Their movements are almost coordinated. Like they're anticipating our every move. Amanda turns to face him, her expression unreadable. Amanda Chen, they've been planning this for a long time. But they underestimated one thing, humanity's ability to adapt. We're not going down without a fight. Parker nods, though his worry is palpable. As he turns back to his station, Commander Evie West steps forward, her face drawn with concern. Commander Evie West, Captain, we've received word from the Outer Rim colonies. The enemy is making planetfall. It's worse than we thought. Entire colonies are being wiped out in hours. Amanda Chin, then we move faster. We can't let them have more ground. Contact the fleet. Tell them to prepare for full combat. We make our stand there. Her eyes harden as the fleet adjusts its course. The battle for the colonies is about to begin, and every moment counts. Amanda Chin, grimly to her crew, brace yourselves. This is it. All hands, prepare for battle. The ship shakes as the first volley of energy blasts slams into the shields. The crew holds steady, their training kicking in. Lieutenant Parker shouts over the comms to the rest of the fleet. Lieutenant Parker, they're hitting our forward shields. We've got to push them back, or we'll never get close enough to board. All ships, take evasive action. The Star Defender veers sharply, dodging another blast. The ship's weapons come to life, launching missiles and energy pulses at the enemy fleet. It's a desperate fight, but the humans are fighting with everything they've got. The sound of distant explosions echoes through the hull as the battle rages on. In the midst of the chaos, a strange shift occurs. The enemy ships begin to move in perfect formation, as if they are no longer reacting to the human fleet, but anticipating it. It's as if they've been waiting for this moment. Amanda Chin, they've been tracking us, waiting for us to make the first move. Mysterious figure, humanity, you stand on the edge of annihilation. Your resistance is commendable, but it is futile. You have entered a war you cannot win. The harvest begins now. The screen flickers, and a vast holographic image of the galaxy unfolds. The human fleet watches in horror as the projection reveals an ancient symbol, a symbol that has been lost to history, the mark of the true enemy, a race older than the galaxy itself, known only as the Fallen. Amanda Chen, the Fallen, they've been waiting for this moment. Lieutenant Parker, but how? We thought they were extinct. Commander Evie West, they were. And now they're back. We've just become a part of their plan. The hologram zooms in, showing multiple points across the galaxy, each one marked with the same symbol. The Fallen have been laying the groundwork for this invasion for millennia, manipulating events from the shadows, playing both sides against each other to weaken the galaxy's defenses. This galaxy will be reborn, and you humans will be the first to serve us. We will break your will, your spirit, and then you will become one with the Fallen. This is the inevitable future of your race. Submit now, or face annihilation. Y's most ancient enemies, the Fallen, have returned, and they are more powerful than ever. Amanda Chen, we can't let them win. We're humanity's last hope. If we fall, the galaxy falls. Her crew nods in agreement, their determination rekindled. Amanda turns to Lieutenant Parker, her voice firm. Amanda Chen, all ships full speed ahead. We're going to fight until we can't fight anymore. For humanity. For the future. The human fleet pushes forward, and the battle escalates to unimaginable heights. The Fallen are ruthless and calculated, but humanity is no stranger to adversity. Their survival instincts will push them to fight harder, to outsmart an enemy that has had millennia to plan. This is the final chapter in the war for humanity's survival, and no matter the cost, they will not surrender. Amanda Chen, we will never surrender.